Good evening, Vineland High School football fans, and welcome to Absecon, New Jersey, here at Holy Spirit High School as the Fighting Clan gets set for a road matchup with the Spartans. Kyle Bennett, Rich Scarpa up in the booth here with you tonight. And Rich, Fighting Clan looking to get back in the win column after a tough one last week to Washington Township at home where they lost 28-7.
Yeah, and it's one good team after the other, a 5-1 Holy Spirit team that only lost to St. Augustine Prep. Very good football team, but last week it was a very, very good Washington Township team that the defense just yielded 2 scores to. We opened the game up with the score, but it was a fumble recovery in the end zone and a pick 6 late in the game that kind of put that distance in there. But that same Township team put up 50 on Kingsway. So the defense is primed and playing really well, and it's just a matter to try to get a break. And Tank Powell will be in at quarterback, so some stability there now as he gets his second start in a row.
Yeah, just that's the key word there, stability. The quarterback position has been kind of a revolving door this year due to injury, and we'll see if Tank can kind of get the offense locked in here as we get set for this opening kickoff. Colin Greif will send it to the Spartans, so Vineland will receive the second half kickoff.
And really nice conditions. You mentioned Greif, made me think of last week with the light rain and the heavy wind. That was all around.
Greif sends this one. Vineland in their white tops, black pants, white helmets, and they take down the return man just shy of the 30-yard line. Holy Spirit in all navy and their gold helmets. And we'll see Cliff Smith's defense for the first time tonight, which, we've mentioned time and time again, this defense has been outstanding this year for the most part. And
it's kind of like half the points Vineland has yielded this year have come from turnovers and special teams breaking something. It's really been a defense that has really overachieved when you look at the box scores. And Julius Wilson in there to get his first start at linebacker in the middle, number 2, made the tackle on that opening kickoff.
This one's a handoff to the running back and a good stop there by the Fighting Clan. Not much there for Holy Spirit. Julius Wilson made his debut last week after having to sit out for the transfer rules and everything. And this coaching staff is excited to see what he can bring to the table at the linebacker position. He's got athleticism, and not only can he run block, he can drop back and he can be a pass-defending linebacker.
And incomplete. Just like last week, you got an offense getting right back up on the football. So Spirit, a pretty balanced attack, maybe 60-40, 60 with the run. A lot of their pass plays are short, 15 to 20 yards, or in the flat. Not a lot of deep balls thrown.
Third down here for Holy Spirit. Looking to pass, pump fakes, fires, and it's incomplete through the hands of the intended receiver there, number 30, Ryan Mallon.
Well, Mallon on that. I mean, this is, I believe, our first time on grass this year. Am I right, or did we have one?
So.
Yeah, and it is very different. You see Mallon trying to make a cut, and the grass comes out from under him, as does it for us. But the Vineland defense holds to that 3 and out. And they'll get a look with Mutcherson as he drops back to return the kick. He's standing at his own 40.
And it is nice for Vineland too, Rich, because our practice field at the high school is grass, so you get a chance to practice on a surface you're going to be playing on as Mutcherson goes for the fair catch, and that's where Vineland will set up shop just inside the 35-yard line. And that's a great drive by the defense there, because in the moments where this defense is allowed, back-breaking plays, it's been on third down, it's been on fourth down. We saw that a number of times against Kingsway, and throughout this season is where those big plays have come up. So a good job by that defense there for Vineland to not let Holy Spirit do too much with that opening possession.
And they start with decent field position. By not allowing that first down, you're starting at your own 31.
Shotgun formation handed off to Josh Cephas.
Makes a really nifty cut. And again, it looks like his footing came out from under and not able to accelerate off his plant leg there, and goes down after the short gain.
2 players on this offense, Josh Cephas, Israel Schwed, who are 2 players last season you and I talked about as kind of gadget-type players. Their height came into a factor with the way the offense was called last year. they both have stepped up their game exponentially this year. You know, Josh Stevens is not afraid to run between the tackles with his 5'5" frame.
150 pounds.
Soaking wet. High snap. Tank going to carry it himself. Makes a cut up field. Takes it up past the 40-yard line. A great run there by Tank Powell. And that's going to be a first down for the Fighting Clan.
Well, that's something, watching last week and Powell at the end, the end of the Kingsway game, you got to see all the running. But to have Powell as a running threat, again, it not only gives you more that you can do on offense, but also makes the linebackers make sure the ball's given, and they have to keep their eye on Powell. So important to get him going early, and also to let him try to air one out here a little bit to keep the defensive backs back a little bit, respecting his arm. We went through that with Gallo in his first start. We didn't know he could throw it that far until the middle of the third quarter. And it kind of spread out the field, as Vineland does here with 4 wide.
Powell in shotgun, takes the snap, he fakes the handoff. He's going to run it himself. Not much there. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, kind of like a little more confusion back there, and it being a little tighter, very easy to see. Powell had nobody he could hand to. And like a quarterback draw on first down, you're kind of playing the run there.
It's a loss of 1, so it'll be 2nd and 11 here for Vineland. And this is a drive, Rich, where you want to take advantage of not only the field position, but the way your defense played. You stopped Holy Spirit from scoring on that opening drive. Go out and give your defense, the flowers they deserve and get them a touchdown.
Couldn't have said it any better. You're absolutely right. You've got to do a little something with it. 1 first down is good. Let's see what happens here on second.
Shwed the motion, man. Tank takes it up the gut and gets stopped there by number 52 for Holy Spirit, Nolan Bradley. It's going to be 3rd and 11.
Coach Andrew DePasquale from Holy Spirit, you see the change there as a linebacker drops out, extra D-back comes in as they're sitting there going to play the pass as Powell checks back in.
Xavier Diaz, the receiver, to the bottom of your screen. 3rd and 11. Powell takes the snap. He's scrambling. He fires. And just out of the reach of Xavier Diaz. Had his man. Xavier was just a step behind there.
But a nice job by Powell on the rollout, knowing he can run for about 8 yards, but that's not a first down, and tries to make the play downfield. Now, this is one thing that concerned me for Vineland tonight and watching film. Holy Spirit gets a lot of pressure on the punter. They blocked one last week. They're in that backfield and really close. Vineland's got to really block well up front. And let Greif drive the ball instead of just trying to get it away.
Good snap. Greif sends this one.
A fair catch is called for at the 25. Will Spirit will take over. Spirit 3 and out. Vineland picks up a first down and punts it back. So we're in the early stages of this prize fight with just some jabs thrown around and a little bit of movement.
Do have a late flag.
I think I heard him say 15 from the spot. It's a big foul on Vineland.
Still don't know what the foul was.
So the equivalent of a first down and a half on that late hit. I think we all fouled the ball and didn't see what was happening behind the play.
This one's handed off, and great job by the Vineland defense to swallow up the running back there.
That's your boy Julius again, as Wilson in there.
Coach Guzman talked about it on Guzman's gridiron this week. They're just excited to continue to integrate him into this defense, knowing the athleticism that he possesses and knowing he left a lot out on the field last week. Being his first game, you have those opening game jitters that the rest of this team kind of got out back in August. You're getting them out now, so it's a bit of a catch-up process, but he knows what he's got to do to step up and showcase his talents this week. This one's handed off. Breaks a tackle. And a huge gain there by Christian Searles, the running back for Holy Spirit, as they pick up a first down.
Yeah, just not able to close down on him in time as there's a little space in the line, and it closed up, but just not quick enough. Big run. Holy Spirit now on Vineland's side of the field at the 35-yard line.
23-yard run there for Holy Spirit. This one's pitched, and it's picked up on
nice play.
Big time by Olufemi Sode.
Well, you needed a big play to try to make this drive a little more difficult to get, and Sode does it.
That's a play you love to see from Sode, who's kind of transitioned to just strictly playing defensive line. Now started on the offensive line and D-line this year. Has transitioned to just being strictly on that D-line and giving him more reps to get after the quarterback, get after the players, rushing from that end position.
6'1", 260 with some speed.
Fakes the handoff and pass, and wide open is the receiver for Holy Spirit, and into the end zone is Gavin Cohen. Great route there by Gavin Cohen, kind of just all by himself.
Pretty like a 7-on-7, just touch and go. No one in the vicinity.
And pending the extra point. Spotted, whistles are blown.
Waiting for and the car is hit.
So they call encroachment on Vineland. Ball spotted, kick is up. And it is good and in the trees with the Lorax. So after that extra point, it's 7-0 Holy Spirit. We're going to take a quick break to have a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back here from Absecon for Vineland and Holy Spirit. The Red and Gray Gridiron Club would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of the Vineland High School football team this season. The Greenview Inn at Eastland Golf Course, Reconstructive Orthopedics, Newfield National Bank, Van Dodge, Allen Associates, TechNed Consulting, Medio Law Firm, Barufi Brothers, G&S Dry Cleaning, Vineland Education Association, Dr. Michael Gorson General and Cosmetic Dentistry, The Claridge, a Radisson Hotel, Larry's 2 Restaurant and Catering, Botino's ShopRite, Coraluzzo and Torrisi Petroleum Transporters, Richland Carpet, Manny and Vic's Pizzeria, Sir Speedy, Rap Performance specializing in custom apparel and promotional items, and The Sweet Tooth. The Vineland High School football team and coaches thank everyone for their support on and off the field and look forward to another successful season. And welcome back, everybody, to Holy Spirit High School. The Spartans have a 7-0 lead over the Fighting Clan right now, as they just scored on a passing touchdown to Gavin Cohen. So Vineland will have their offense back out on the field, who had a couple of successful moments with their first drive, just unable to capitalize. We'll see if Tank Powell can drive this team down the field and put the equalizer on the board as this one is sent deep. And it's into the end zone for a touchback.
About halfway through the first year. She mentioned the offense picked up a first down, moved the ball a little bit. And they kind of mixed up the passing attempts with the running attempts, and still haven't seen that lead fullback in there. That's something we talked about a few weeks ago, that, you know, establish something you believe you can be successful at and make it your go-to. I think Vineland's still looking for that, which makes perfect sense when you're on your third quarterback.
So run up the gut there for the Fighting Clan.
And they're saying Powell's down before the ball comes out. And Powell picks up about 3. Kind of looked like last year's offense with Dan Russo Jr. doing that, who's having an outstanding year over at Delsey, leading the team in touchdowns and rushing and second in tackles. Certainly somebody that, if they were still here, would have made quite a bit of difference in a few of those losses.
This one's handed off to Cephas. Not much there. Picks up a couple.
It was really nice on Guzman's Gridiron talking about Cephas's running ability, and you brought up a good point. Like, you're pounding a 550 pounder up the middle, and you know he can handle that, and really stepping up when there's been some injuries back there and some changing in positions that have thinned them out a little bit.
He is very, high school version of Darren Sproles. Darren Sproles in the NFL was not afraid to run between the tackles, even at his height and his weight, was able to bounce around and make plays happen. That's what Josh Cephas has been for this offense, and right now he's your primary running back.
And we're asking him to do it 3 downs, not just on 3rd.
Powell rolling out, looking to pass. He fires. It's complete to Mark Mutcherson.
Oh, beautiful pass hitting Mutcherson in stride. The official says he has his foot down. First down, Fighting Clan. Powell looks pretty good when he rolls. It was kind of back in the early years of Dan Russo Jr. I always liked him coming out and pressing the line, putting people in a decision, come up and attack him, and you flip it over or stay back and you take off. And Powell's starting to put that same pressure on a defense. So 1st and 10, back at the 35.
Powell takes the snap. He's looking to pass. He's scrambling, being chased. Fires off his back foot.
Oh.
Just out of the reach of the intended receiver there.
Defense there, but Powell in position for it. But, both offense and defense have a right to get to it. So just a little over his head.
That is one of the instances where Cephas' 5'5" frame, he's got to get up and just out of his range.
Yeah, that's where, we've watched Mutcherson jump out of the building to pull something down. Here's Vineland with a fullback. They try to draw him off unsuccessfully. They try a little power football up the middle, but Holy Spirit says no to that. A lot of field down here to the bottom of your screen. Probably look for Powell to try to roll there with a little run pass option.
Powell looking to pass. He's firing deep, looking for Diaz.
Well, defended beautifully on the play. Gavin Cohen locating the football right at the end and knocking it away from Diaz. Great job defensively as Powell airs it out about 35, 40 yards, right on the money, but defender makes the play. 4th down. It's like Vineland time to punt. Beautiful snap. Low line drive gets away to the 30, back to the 25. It's fielded, hit, breaks a tackle, cuts back to the inside. Great containment as it's Gallo coming up after snapping it to make the tackle. But good field position now for Holy Spirit at their own 33 as we approach the end of this first quarter. So used to calling out how much time's left, but that picture screen has it now, so I will not be redundant. And sometimes I lie. I'll go 6.5 minutes when it's 6:45 because it's running, but I can't lie anymore to you. 1st and 10 for Holy Spirit.
This one's handed off to the running back. Finds some space and picks up a big 1st down and then some. Hicks on the carry.
Vineland defender gets turned around. Kind of misread that as if it was pass.
Hicks on the carry once again and almost gets another 1st down.
To the 46. For a gain of 6. Second and 4 for Holy Spirit.
I'm surprised Holy Spirit didn't keep going quick because they had Vineland on their heels after those 2 plays, and now a little time to recover as Vineland makes some substitutions.
And it's
Another
complete.
one.
Right to Gavin Cohen. He's into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the evening.
Almost the same thing, just heading up the seam, uncovered. A lot of times we talk about wide receivers, running backs sitting out and settling in a soft spot of a zone. That's nothing but a fly up the seam that twice was uncovered by Vineland.
Ball spotted, kick is up, and it is good. So Holy Spirit now leads 14-0. Or I should say Gavin Cohen leads Vineland 14-0.
It's 2 pretty easy pitch and catch there. Have to take a look at their alignment and see how they're pulling the safety out of the middle. So Holy Spirit held to a 3-and-out on their first drive. The next 2 result in touchdowns. So they've seized momentum in this one.
And Holy Spirit sends this one deep. Xavier Diaz going to look to return this one. He's taken down inside the 20-yard line, closer to the 10.
Beautiful kick high and to the coffin corner, sticking him in a corner, not giving him much room to work with. So at the 15, Vineland's thrown it quite a lot so far.
See if Tank Pal can conjure up a drive that'll result in points for the Fighting Clan here before, you know, things start to get too out of hand and you find yourself down multiple scores here. You want to kind of bounce back and answer here. 1st and 10, Powell looking to pass, he fires. It's complete to Israel Schwed. Short gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 8 now for Vineland.
Just be nice if you could control the ball, take some time off the clock, matriculate down the field with a little bit of a power rushing game. But Holy Spirit's defense has stopped everything in the middle, and last week it just was so wide open from the jump.
Man in motion. Powell hands this one off. Cephas is gobbled up. This is Nick Medina on the tackle.
So yet another 3rd and long. Last week, the Vineland line able to control the running game until they started sending both their backers. Right here, it's just the 4 up front from Spirit dominating that line of scrimmage.
They hand this one off. And that's going to do it here for the first quarter at Holy Spirit, with the Spartans leading 14-0 over the Fighting Clan.
A 4th and 1. Yeah, it's a little early to go this deep in your own end, and we come back, not come back when we get to the second quarter. But by the same token, not been able to stop Spirit on the last 2 drives. So if you do punt it away, they've been big pass plays going. So interesting call here. Similar to our Eagles tush push. Like, you think there comes a point when you're getting beat up front really bad like that you just cut your splits down to toe-to-toe, and you just try to not let anything through you and try to pick up 3 or 4. It's going to be real hard on 4th and 1. There'll be more people up there. But just in general, maybe simplify it a little bit. The line's not able to pick up stunts or movement up front or even contain one-on-one blocks. In the last 2 weeks, they've handled some really good defensive lines at Kingsway and Washington Township, but not today, as it's going to be punt time as Gallo comes in to snap it.
Ball snapped. Greif gets this one away. Another good punt from Colin Greif. It will be returned here. Good return so far. And up past midfield.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Holy Spirit return team, they're not concerned about fielding something once it hits the ground. As twice on a hop, picking the ball up and gaining some positive yards. Or the Holy Spirit's Mercado back there. Need a play, KB. Holy Spirit has shown they can throw it, but it may just want to grind it a little bit here.
Man in motion. This one's handed off. Cut move there by the Holy Spirit running back, number 6, Christian Surlis.
Yeah, nice run by Surlis. Got everything he could out of that. Great vision and power on the inside.
Second and 6 after the 4-yard gain there by Surlis. Man in motion. Looking to pass. The QB keeper, and there's pressure and a great tackle there by Mason Afanador.
Yeah, Vineland put some pressure on that time. Came out of that 3-3 stack, added one person up on the line, then creeped Afanador up, who dropped back on the pass read, and then still was able to come in after the hit by Gallo.
Practically, Vineland gets the yards back on that first carry there. This will be 3rd and long here.
Let's watch the seam.
This one's handed off to Surlis. He finds room, but he's taken down short of the first down marker.
So from the 34, it's going to be 4th down and about 4. And Spirit going to go for it here. A chance for Vineland to get the ball to the offense and stop the consecutive scoring streak of 2 possessions for Holy Spirit. Let's watch the ball. Let's not jump, fellas.
Looking to pass. Fires. Nobody there. Turnover on downs.
Well, nice coverage and nice pressure. The defense holds. We'll turn it back over to Vineland at their 34.
That's a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for Vineland at their own 34. Don't forget to get your clothing in the Spirit Shack.
All right, come on, line.
Mrs. Reynolds, Mrs. Claire. From your sweatshirt, t-shirt, hat, jacket, these. And over to see Kristen and Sandy running the food truck tonight.
Powell scrambling. And turns nothing into something there.
Yeah, maybe close to 4, but nowhere to throw the ball.
Powell moves a man in motion, takes the snap. He's going to carry it himself on the QB keeper, but taken down from behind, and we've got a flag.
Looks like it's going to be a hold on Vineland. And sure enough, it is. Trying to keep Powell from getting brought down. Vineland commits the holding penalty. A lot easier to get a holding call on you when the guy you're engaged with goes to the ground, and with the turf coming out, like you got to hold a little less than normal. So that positive play on first down results into nothing. So 3rd and 15.
Powell being chased. He's got to get rid of it. Out of reach of the intended receiver, Gavin Gallo.
Yeah, that pressure from Spirit really isn't allowing any time to really get anything up the football field, as that completion would have went for about a gain of 6 on 3rd and 14 or 15. So Mutcherson comes in, see if they try to hit him in the middle of the field.
Empty set here. Powell scrambling, fires, and out of the reach of Xavion Diaz.
But if they can just give Powell a little bit of time and let him stand in the pocket. You know, he had a receiver open there, but he steps up, bounces to the outside, tries to plant and throw back across his body. He just needs some time back there. So Greif to kick it away off the Gallo snap. Fair catch this time, called for and made right at the 36. Your defense makes a stop. The offense can't do much with it, and on the exchange, you know, Holy Spirit in great field position already.
First and 10 here for Holy Spirit. Looking to pass here. They fire. It's complete. And a great job by Saquon Anderson to stop the damage and not let a big pass play happen there for a 3rd time tonight.
Yeah, Holy Spirit comes out and looks like they want to run it. Vineland crowds up the box, and boom, it's pass time. Nice adjustment by Spirit. Almost seems like you need one of them SOD plays or one of those tackles for losses to contain Spirit's offense. And you know they still have an ace in their pocket, throwing that seam route twice for 2 touchdowns.
This one's going to be handed off.
Nice finish on that. That Cruz in there finishing it up.
Amir Hicks. 3rd and 3 here. Hand it off.
Oh, beautiful trap block up front.
Great job
Oh,
to finish that by
outstanding.
Mason Afanador.
Boy, the lineman pulled, and what you could hear the hit on that trap block, but what great pressure and containment by the Vineland defense, and D-back flying up the field to make a really tough one-on-one tackle, because without that, there's easily a 1st down behind it. Now it looks like Spirit's going to go for it here on their own side of the field at their own 43 on 4th and 3. I don't know, Vineland's offense hasn't shown you much. I may just want to punt it myself.
Looking to pass, pump fake, being chased from behind, and nothing doing there. Once again, on 4th down, Vineland's defense comes up big.
Yeah, really good pressure on that play. They stopped him from rolling, limited the field where he only had one receiver on this side with Powell deep on top of him. So 1st down, Fighting Clan in Holy Spirit territory. You know, and it to be honest, it feels like it's 35-0, but it's 14-0, and Vineland in plus territory here after Spirit decides not to kick it away. You know, the last time we were here, as we mentioned pregame, that you were calling your first game after COVID struck me down.
All by myself.
Yeah, I felt bad for you. I was watching, though. You had a fan. And it was a late score by Vineland, tied it up at the half. Little ways to go.
Pitch out to Cephas.
Cephas does everything he can and nets a yard and just battering ram on the inside, fearless. Interesting play on that pitch, trying to cut back inside. It's almost like you got to show the pitch in the sweep, show the pitch in the sweep, and then come back in. Nobody's going to fly out of the box.
Good hard count by Tank Powell.
It drew us off sides. False start on Vineland. Vineland not able to get the run game going and may just take 2 shots down the field here. Oh, really nice tackle.
Vineland just looking to muster up anything they can as they're down 14-0 here.
And this is the first time in a few weeks where they can't muster anything.
And they're still looking to catch up. Powell being chased from behind. He fires. He's hit as he throws. And it goes incomplete, intended for Mason Thanador.
I don't know how many times Powell's thrown the ball and not got hit as he's letting go. So Vineland to punt it back. So it looks like Spirit will have one more shot with it this half. High snap. And it's partially blocked.
First time that's really happened to Greif all season.
So good field position for Spirit. That going for it on 4th down doesn't hurt them as they get it right back where they would have had it.
Tommy Innocente. Ball slows down by Vineland with 36. It'll be first and 10, Holy Spirit, from their own 36-yard line. 3:23 remaining in the first half of play.
Got to think sometime during this possession, Spirit's going to try to throw it back up the seam here. Oh, beautiful in stride. Plenty of yards, and Walsh is out of bounds in Vineland territory at the 37-yard line. That's that back in motion that is just so hard to cover when they're at full speed, and that was just slick as could be.
Holy Spirit with great field position once again. Hand this one off. Spins through. The Noah Cruz tackle does Surlis.
Down to about the 37 for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Cruz flies up and almost makes a tackle for loss, but instead slows him up so they can clean it up.
Surlis tries to metal it on line for Holy Spirits. Gains about a yard.
Not much there for Surlis on that carry.
Julius Wilson sniffs that out. 3rd down and about 6.
Third and 6. Looking to pass. Fires and out of the hands of the intended receiver there. Ty Mercado. That brings up 4th down.
3rd time in a row.
4-6 for Holy Spirits.
Vineland stopped the last 2. Everybody out wide.
Costabile takes the snap, looking to pass. He's firing deep, and it's intercepted.
Drop that, knock it down. Just lost yourself 45 yards. Down and distance.
Saquon Anderson makes the interception.
Vineland takes over possession.
And it'll go for a nice punt.
Spotted at the 5-yard line.
I mean, that's something that every defensive back should be telling each other before the play. Hey, if you can pick it, knock it down. Vineland starting back up at the 35-40. They have a chance to try to do something. Back here, we were in a similar situation last week with a fumble resulting in a defensive score. And Vineland's going to take a timeout.
Their first. left for the play here in the first down. Don't forget, we're on the drawing of the 3 winning 50-50 tickets at halftime. Also have a halftime show.
I don't know that I want to see the numbers for Vineland's offense this half because, again, it feels really bad, but it's 14-0. Like you're in it, you're right there, but until you get something going offensively, and plus 14-0, you stop Spirit on 3 4th downs. They've converted 2 real long touchdown passes up the seam. Haven't really grinded one down your throat. The defense has been making some nice tackles on the inside. Everybody real tight. See if Powell just tries to come forward with it. Give over to the left side, pick up about a yard or 2. So Spirit's going to want another look at that football before halftime and takes another timeout. Now they're toe-to-toe again on 2nd down. It's a give up the middle, a little bit of a late surge. Still only picks up a yard. Spirit will use another timeout here to stop the clock at 1:20. They don't know if they'd be using their timeouts up around midfield either. But, you know, Vineland's pinned back so far. The last punt was partially blocked. Any type of high snap could put you back for a safety if Vineland doesn't pick up some yards on this one. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Step away for commercial. We'll put you in screen.
All right, 3rd and long.
Powell looking to pass. He's being chased, escapes the pressure, takes it upfield, gets a 1st down and more. A great run by Tank Powell. Turns on the burners and picks up a 1st down and gets out of bounds.
So now you might have the other side wanting to use a couple timeouts. I believe Vineland's only used 1 so far. But Powell didn't just roll out wide and go. He had to step up through that pocket and then make a move to the outside and turn on the Jets. 1st and 10, Fighting Clan at the 30.
First and 10, we got a flag, and I believe it's a false start on Vineland. First and 15 for Vineland. Powell is going to take it up the gut. Finally, coaching staff feels like there was a late hit there.
Yeah, I kind of just saw two Spirit guys on the ground there. So 2nd and 12, Vineland in no hurry.
Powell looking to pass. He's being blitzed and hit from behind. We got a flag.
Well, the Holy Spirit timeouts are going to come back into play. Yeah, Powell just not able to feel that from his blind side as he's gearing back to release it. Gets hit before that arm can come forward. And fortunately, it wasn't scooped up.
Looking to pass. Costabile incomplete.
Looking at a 37-yard field goal attempt from here.
Looking to pass once again. Pump faking, going end zone. Incomplete.
And here comes the field goal attempt on what should be the last play of the half.
Let's see what you got cooked up here, Coach Marcelino.
So it's going to be a 38-yard field goal attempt.
It's good. So going into halftime, Holy Spirit will have a 17-0 lead. Vineland will receive the second half kickoff and look to regroup at halftime, down 3 scores. We'll be back from Absecon here at Holy Spirit High School for second half action right here on the Vineland Public Schools YouTube channel. Kyle Bennett, Rich Scarpa, don't go anywhere. We'll see you in the second half. Red and Gray Gridiron Club would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of the Vineland High School football team this season. The Greenview Inn at Eastland Golf Course, Reconstructive Orthopedics, Newfield National Bank, Van Dodge, Allen Associates, TechNed Consulting, Medio Law Firm, Barufi Brothers, G&S Dry Cleaning, Vineland Education Association, Dr. Michael Gorson General and Cosmetic Dentistry, The Claridge, a Radisson Hotel, Larry's 2 Restaurant and Catering, Botino's ShopRite,
Coraluzzo and Torrisi Petroleum Transporters, Richland Carpet, Manny and Vic's Pizzeria, Sir Speedy, Rap Performance specializing in custom apparel and promotional items, and The Sweet Tooth. The Vineland High School football team and coaches thank everyone for their support on and off the field and look forward to another successful season.
Great job, 2023 Holy Spirit cheerleaders. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. The drawing of the Father's Club 50-50 tickets that have been on sale since the summer.
Welcome back, everybody, to Absecon here at Holy Spirit High School. Kyle Bennett, Rich Scarpa on the call here with you. Vineland getting ready to return this opening kickoff here in the second half. We'll give you a quick recap once we get a chance to breathe. Here's Josh Cephas with a fantastic return to give the Fighting Clans some momentum here to kick off this second half. But Rich, 17-0 the score. Not a lot of life on the offense right now. Nothing doing really across the board. You can't really get the passing game going. The running game hasn't really been there either. The defense, though, has been pretty good outside of 2 big passing plays. You've held them to 3 points.
Yeah, and those 3 off a turnover as Powell's hit as right before he throws it. But it's been flat, even defensively, making good plays, but a little bit of a lack of emotion from Vineland.
First time we saw Powell under center there as he hands it off.
Vineland using a new fullback on that one.
Looks like Noah Cruz on the carry. Or I'm sorry, Prince Borte. It's kind of become a Swiss Army knife for this Fighting Clan team. Borte's tackle behind the line.
It's 44, Robert Echeverria leading the way now. So Gallo a little hobbled. Pretty much Spirit just sitting in base.
Powell looking to pass. He fires, and it's overthrown, intended for Gavin Gallo, who kind of stalled on his route there, being covered in double coverage. He didn't really have a chance to really accelerate forward much more there, so a little overthrow there from Tank and an incomplete pass there.
Well, that was something we were looking for last week, as second half of the game, they were just sending both their inside backers and trying to just get up in that seam. Good idea, but it's 4th and time to punt it away.
Greif takes the snap, gets it away, and it's fair caught at around the 30-yard line.
They will take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Get your 50-50 tickets out.
If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the Vineland Public Schools YouTube channel, youtube.com/@VLDSchoolsTV. It's where you get full live broadcasts of sporting events during the 2023-2024 school year, board meetings, and everything in between. That's youtube.com/@VLDSchoolsTV.
That could have been the spark if my 50-50 hit. That could have been the spark we needed.
And there's a huge pass. And great job by Mason Afanador to stop Javen Swain from getting to the end zone. But those big pass plays have been the kryptonite this evening for the Fighting Clan. That's the 3rd time we've had a big passing play happen on this defense.
I got to figure the 3rd time over 35 yards.
Holy Spirit, 1st down.
Ball's at the 21-yard line. Man in motion is Swain. Costabile fires, and it's intercepted. By Mason Afanador.
You know, it's Afanador's hustle keeps them out of the end zone as he tracks them down from behind, then gets it back to Vineland.
One of the bright spots tonight has been the play of Mason Afanador on this defensive side of the ball. He's had himself a nice little game and now picks up a turnover.
That wasn't an easy one to get either. Real good job holding on to that. So starting inside the 5 at their own 4-yard line. It's about where 2 of the last 3 drives started for Vineland.
Tank hands this one off. Just trying to get some breathing room here.
Like what's been the case, a gain of 1.
Second and 8 from the 5. Powell hands this one off. Cephas runs into a brick wall.
You know, when you're trying to just power that ball out of there and you have your quarterback under center, you know, it's the lead block of the fullback. And the back needs to be right in his hip pocket. You know, I used to tell my fullbacks, I don't want you stepping left or right. You're straight through. He's right behind you, you know, and don't step out to do anything. But when you're on your third quarterback and your third or fourth running back, your second or third fullback, timing isn't good. You know, and it's like the fullback's getting through and the back is 3 yards behind him when he needs to be right in his pocket. And then you hope you can fall forward for 2. I mean, Spirit's not giving you any room to do anything, but you got to take what you can.
Tank looking to pass. It's complete, but blown up is that play. Mutcherson on the reception.
All right, see if you can draw them off here. Of course, doing that from a punt formation, I'm not suggesting you get in under center, but
Show off that hard count, Colin Greif.
that's it. Sometimes as simple as second movement of my hands. Or if you go on just hands, you make a call, you know. But Spirit's very disciplined. You know, when you watch them play offense, there's no mistakes. They execute perfectly, and it's just repetition of great execution on both sides of the ball.
Greif going to be punting this practically from the end zone. And a good punt there once again by Colin Greif. And Saquon Anderson almost had himself a nice blown-up punt return.
Get him, Saquon.
He makes up for it. Great hustle from Saquon Anderson.
Boy, that's 2 plays recently. I believe it was a Fanador tracking him down from behind. And this time, you know, you come up, you make the hit, but not the tackle, and then you follow it up and almost knock the ball out. But there is a flag on the field. And it's a personal foul on Holy Spirit, so that'll push them back. But the defense is kind of held because they're not able to just run it 3 times for a first down or even 4 times. It's those big pass plays. Oh, and he had him in the slot. Good pressure. So a late hit on Vineland out of bounds. They separate without much to do. But be giving those 15 yards right back.
Holy Spirit gets another first down.
Little counter up the middle. Gallo brings it down after a gain of about 5. We'll make that a gain of 7. With that gain on first down, this could be the time Spirit can get that first down rushing. Vineland spreads it out up front. The give in the middle, picking his way through, and for a first down. It's going to be first and goal, Spirit.
Just over 5.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Costabile hands this off. Good stop by Vineland there.
Vineland beefs up that front line.
Timeout by the Fighting Clan. And with that timeout, we're going to take a quick break to have a word from our sponsors, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Red and Gray Gridiron Club would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of the Vineland High School football team this season. The Greenview Inn at Eastland Golf Course, Reconstructive Orthopedics, Newfield National Bank, Van Dodge, Allen Associates, TechNed Consulting, Medio Law Firm, Barufi Brothers, G&S Dry Cleaning, Vineland Education Association, Dr. Michael Gorson General and Cosmetic Dentistry, The Claridge, a Radisson Hotel, Larry's 2 Restaurant and Catering, Botino's ShopRite, Coraluzzo and Torrisi Petroleum Transporters, Richland Carpet, Manny and Vic's Pizzeria, Sir Speedy, Rap Performance specializing in custom apparel and promotional items, and The Sweet Tooth. The Vineland High School football team and coaches thank everyone for their support on and off the field and look forward to another successful season.
And welcome back, everybody. We're welcoming you back to a Holy Spirit touchdown.
Yeah, just out leveraged that defense. Nice little slide cut. Spirit gets their first one on the ground tonight. And the kick is good.
24-0 your score now in favor of the home team, Spartans of Holy Spirit.
Just a matter of how long can the defense defend it. You started the game by mentioning Vineland gets the 3 and out, and the defense holding up well and just needs a little more from that offense. It's always weird. The ball falls off the block, but never right when you're running up. It's always when you're setting up. And yet another touchback. Strong leg. Getting a little chippier down there now, and kind of needed that emotion early, not now. So Powell's still in there. Vineland spreads it out 4 receivers with Cephas alongside. High snap over Powell's head, and he's just going to fall on it, but that's going to move them back inside their 10 to about the 9-yard line. Looks like about the 7. Just a couple there for Cephas.
Third and a boardwalk.
Be heading to Wildwood's Boardwalk when this one's over. This Oktoberfest. One last shot out there.
Powell looking to pass. He's scrambling, looking for his man, fires, and it's intercepted. And running it back all the way to the house for his 3rd touchdown of the game. First time on defense is Gavin Cohen.
Well, on that play, the receiver sits down, which is going to make it 4th and 10. And Vineland have to give it back. Powell wisely waves them on, but just too much congestion there. And this is what has happened at the Kingsway game, where you still want to get something going and you have to push. And when you push, your chances of success get smaller and smaller. I mean, the opposite would be throw it out of bounds and punt it. Well, what's the difference at that point in time as Vineland takes a swing at it, and it goes back the other way on a pick 6.
And we do have 2 different rosters up here in the booth, so I do want to apologize if our 3 touchdown calls have been incorrectly named, because on one roster we have Gavin Cohen and on the other we have Matt Abbott. So congratulations to whichever number 4 has scored those 3 touchdowns.
Well, the FAR official didn't put his hands up. That was the only one I could see in there.
It's Holy Spirit 32. Vineland, nothing.
I know that I call that first one a roster. I mean, that's like size 3 font. Like, that's impossible. So this one turns into a blowout here. You know, a lot of games this year we've seen flashes where we can get in or when we have a lead. You know, this one offensively just not able to do anything against the Holy Spirit Spartan defense. You know, based on what's going on the field tonight, they've been the most formidable defense we've faced.
So 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's 32-0 Holy Spirit.
$17-0 at half, and very quickly here in the third quarter, that's doubled. The official's going to let Cephas take it out. And Cephas to the 15.
Cephas on return for Vineland. He picked that guy on the down box, has it marked at the 15-yard line. First and 10 Vineland from the 15. That was a shout out.
Ball spot at the 15-yard line.
Actually, Soul thought he wanted to actually do some work today.
So it's going to be Borte in there now. Maybe he has a little bit more girth and power to maybe pick up 3 a pop. Vineland just nothing going on offense. Borte with the carry, hitting the backfield. And he's wrestled down, gain of 1.
Takes the handoff. Just got that almost immediately in the backfield. He's able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a half a yard. He was connected there by Jordan Bartlett.
So a lot of work to be done for morale here. Boom. Nothing there for Powell. Linebacker cleans that up in a hurry.
Powell, the keeper, by Tommy Innocente.
Been a very rough night for the offense.
Scrimmage, no gain. Third and 9.
Breaking a couple tackles. Hold on to that football. First down, Fighting Clan over the 35-yard line.
Prince Forte on the carry for Vineland. Carry tackles to about the 36. Picks up on the first down.
Let's get on the board, boys.
Another quick carry for Borte. We probably have one more play before we hit the fourth quarter. Now the linebacker shows pitch to Borte, comes inside the block, running nice, hurdles a defender to the 50. Whoop. Nice burst by Borte. And that's going to do it for the quarter as we hit the fourth.
Chris Berman would have had a field day with that little leap there.
Oh, what a good weekend of sports coming up now.
3 straight days of Philly sports fans going to battle for their teams. Red October is back.
As an Eagles season ticket holder, I of course enjoy the Eagles tremendously, but regular baseball is close enough for me. But playoff baseball, just every pitch,
live and die with it.
Every lead, every little thing. It's great drama. A lot of people sometimes it's hard to get up for watching a game in the middle of July, but
I'll be tuned into Pirates Athletics in the middle of July, 10 p.m. start if I could. Tank Powell hands this one off.
And Borte makes the first guy miss, but filled up nicely. Maybe a gain of about a yard.
Powell looking to pass. He fires. Incomplete.
And a few times a linebacker blitzed, and Borte picks it up good enough to let Powell get rid of it, but just nothing there in third down.
It was about this time 13 years ago, Rich, that Roy Halladay was throwing a playoff no-hitter at Citizens Bank Park.
Sweating like Nola. Yeah, my wife just finished his book. It's my turn to read, Doc. She got first crack at it.
Shout out Todd Zalecki. Good pass there by Powell. Completes it to Xavier Diaz.
Boy, that piece of turf looked like the football to me. Thought the football came flying out the back.
Ball at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Fighting Clan. Powell looking to pass. He fires. It's complete, but not much room to go anywhere for Vineland.
It's a couple of those Shweta's got tonight that really nowhere to go after the catch. Played very well by the defense.
Second and 10 from the 35. Powell fires. It's complete to Mason Afanador. He's close to a first down.
Takes 3 to bring him down over there. Powell quickly releases. And I think that hit the ground. I don't know if the official had a good angle on it. Let's see what they decide. Yeah, it looked like that skipped on the ground on the way in. Nice call by the officials. Intended for Mutcherson. 4th down now for the Fighting Clan. Looks like an old blast play.
Let's run the tush push. Why not?
That's the Fanador's right behind Powell.
And
sure
they do.
enough, and Powell's going to have enough for the 1st down.
Vineland runs their version of the tush push there. Some NFL teams are envious there.
Vineland takes a timeout.
Jalen Hurts would be proud.
Well, I think on that one, you brought in a special package for that play. You know, Vineland takes a timeout to get their right personnel out there. We've seen a lot more of Echeverria today leading the way, blocking. You know, and that's Ryan Carter is usually in there. He's still a little banged up, and because earlier in the year I thought that was the one thing that with the size of that offensive line that they were getting enough of a push to get 3 yards and then maybe a little bit more, but there was different backs and different options. We talked early in the year about Thunder and Lightning, and now it's just Lightning. The Thunder's gone.
So 1st and 10 here for the Fighting Clan from the 24-yard line. Powell under center. Hands this one off to Borte. He picks up a couple.
So fullback out, Mutcherson checks in with Schwed. A little time for a stop and go by Schwed. He's just done little stop and turn routes. He's at the bottom of the screen here, right in the slot. Big blitz. Borte hit in the backfield, able to scramble forward. Blitz picked up, but a little bit late, but still able to complete that to the far sideline, a gain of about 5 or 6. It's going to give us a 4th and about 4.
Fourth and 4 from the 17-yard line.
You try to just get on the board. Vineland will go for it.
Powell lined up under center.
Boot that ball.
Hands it off to
big
Borte.
hit right in the hole. But Borte keeps driving. Where that side official is, he picks up a 1st down.
Brilliant
That was all
run.
Borte. You can hear they hit. So the linebacker comes up and fills perfectly, but Borte bounces off and picks up the first down. Look for Vineland to run that right again.
Second and 9 now for Vineland from the 13. Just under 7 minutes remaining in this one.
False start by Vineland. Oh, it's on the defense.
Take what they give you.
Vineland looking to break this shutout.
Powell in shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off, and Borte breaks away from a tackle.
Like a grape getting squeezed and shooting out. As again, the linebacker comes unblocked into the backfield. Borte's done a nice job with his touches.
See if Prince gets to finish this drive off here as the ball is at the 2-yard line. Vineland looking to prevent the shutout from happening. First and goal from the 2. Powell under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Borte. And he stopped before he can cross.
It looks like he's inside the 1.
Second and goal upcoming. Powell back under center. And they're going to try to push him. The Holy Spirit picks that one up.
Well, the difference on that one is the fullback's not right behind Powell. He's about 2 yards behind, and by the time he gets there, he can't neutralize that push from the defense.
Vineland still can't cross the line there. That'll be fourth and goal.
Nice job up front by Holy Spirit, getting lower than that Vineland big line. So with under 4 minutes to go, Holy Spirit trying to hold on to that shutout, and they have one more play to defend here. I don't know that we have a lineman down there that's not walking, gimping about. right, one more shot here. They give to the first guy up, Carter, who's held up and dropped.
Get there! The Spartan defense holds and keeps the donut on the scoreboard. Holy Spirit will take over first and 10.
Well, Hobble Carter comes back in, and they give it to the first guy instead of the tailback, and great job by that defense, just standing him up right at the goal line.
So with 3:37 to go in this one, Holy Spirit maintains a 32-0 lead. A reminder to everybody, next week's game is Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. A little homecoming action against Egg Harbor Township. Just out of the hands of the receiver who had miles to run in front of him.
Real nice play design. You think you're just going to come out and try to get to, and instead you pull it.
And we'll have another episode of Guzman's Gridiron going on Monday night at the Double Eagle Saloon and Deck Bar with myself and Coach Guzman, that you can come out and watch us film live, or if you can't make it, typically goes out Wednesday nights at 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel and wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, youtube.com/@UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia, so you don't miss out on any episodes of Guzman's Gridiron for the remainder of the 2023 season.
Well, I thought for sure that time they were just going to run it, but again, pulls the ball and delivers deep. Now it's 3rd and 10 from the 1. And we've been on this little corner of the field the whole half. Drives forward out of the end zone. 4th down now as the punt team checks in for Spirit. Nearly blocked. Mutcherson's going to let it roll. We'll settle down about the 33-yard line. Vineland in good field position. Not much time left, and no chance for a victory, but maybe let Greif kick a long field goal if we can get a first down, or 8 or 9 yards.
Well, Rich, I've always said a 32-0 lead's the most dangerous lead in sports.
You always said that, huh? So from the 33. Borte stays in there.
Powell takes the snap, pitches it out to Borte. Looking for room, picks up a couple.
He may be the bright spot tonight offensively. I mean, there's been nothing going on. Borte running hard, and all right, warm that leg up, Greif. Well, it feels like a breeze from the north, but the flags are laying still. Nice job by Powell to pull that one instead of giving it to Shwed, who He's going to get hit way behind the line of scrimmage. Powell dives forward for a yard or two. Powell to throw this one. He's looking over the middle. He has his receiver. It's caught to the 5 and going in the end zone.
Xavier Diaz.
So Vineland breaks the shutout.
ZD for the TD.
I see. This team does score late in games.
See what I tell you, Rich. A 32-0 lead, most dangerous lead in sports.
Well, we've been on this left end zone, right down inside the 20, and that field is chewed up. Seems like the whole half was played right down there.
Finally going to go for 2 here.
That's what the chart says.
Powell scrambling. He's being chased. Floats this one, and it's incomplete. So with 1:04 remaining in this one, it's 32-6. Vineland avoids the shutout.
This is whenever you're the kicker, and it's 32-6. Most people aren't thinking you kicked 2 field goals. They're going to say, what, you missed the extra point? No, didn't get a shot at that one today. It's like the offenses run 40 plays. Right? You know, coming up next, Egg Harbor, that's going to be a tight competitive game. I mean, we're right about at the same point. And the retooling and everything new coming to fruition wouldn't have been bad to let him get a shot at kicking it.
And it'll be homecoming, so some extra pomp and circumstance and festivities going on Saturday afternoon. A 1 p.m. kickoff.
And I'll get to butcher some names of Monogram Club like always. I know everybody loves that when that time of year comes around.
That's a fun fact there for
We've got a Piper down.
for Mr. Elliot DeShields next week. Wonder how many siblings have been involved in the Miss Monogram pageant as an escort and
Greif booms it back to the 2. There's a block in the back, and there's the flag.
I would assume not too many sibling duos, but I am in that category. My sister was in Miss Monogram, and I was an escort.
Oh, very nice. Did you have the beard back then?
I did not. I didn't know how to grow it back then. And then, funnily enough, too, my brother-in-law was also an escort in Miss Monogram my senior year. So.
Yeah, Coach Parentazzi was very diplomatic about that back in the day. He said, you know, we could go do the Monogram Club and be escorts. We just could not play football that year if we wanted to do that. Even, you want to be in the band? Go be in the band. But it has been nice being able to see some players out there for that. And then even the 1 year, forgetting who it was, but was in,
Bennett.
Bennett was in the band.
Had his jersey and his drum kit on.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, when I was an escort for Miss Monogram, that's when we still did it Friday nights, and it felt like sub-zero weather, freezing cold.
Spirit going to take a knee. And this one's going to be done. Seems like that last minute got away from us a little bit.
This one's going to end
as a 32-6 win for Holy Spirit. Just not much going really across the board for both the offense. The defense stepped up in spots, just wasn't able to, contain as much as you'd want.
Yeah, this would be a great time for our 20-minute post-game show we've been working on. Just wanted to scare our producer over and director over here. He's all right. He's on board. No, but just to tie things up, not a real good night for Vineland's offense. The defense was okay or good and then got worn down. But this is a really good football team. We've played 3 in a row. Group 5 finalists, Group 5 playoff team that beat the other one, and Holy Spirit ranked like number 4. Now, there's no walk in the park with Egg Harbor, but we're getting back to the beginning of the year with those first 3 games. So tough job for Coach Guzman and the staff to regroup this team, but homecoming should add to it. A little more life and excitement out there. Look forward to next weekend. As Kyle mentioned, it's Saturday.
Yes, Saturday kickoff, 1 p.m. next week at Gatone Stadium. Be sure to subscribe to the Vineland Public Schools YouTube channel and the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any episodes of Guzman's Gridiron, our coach's show with myself and Coach Guzman. For Rich Scarpa, I'm Kyle Bennett. Big thank you to Doug Diola and our entire production team for producing tonight's broadcast. Your final score here from Holy Spirit High School, 32-6. The Spartans on top. We'll see you next Saturday from Gatone Stadium for Saturday afternoon lights. But until then, everybody enjoy your weekend. Go Phils, go Birds, and we'll see you on Saturday.
The Red and Gray Gridiron Club would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of the Vineland High School football team this season. The Greenview Inn at Eastland Golf Course, Reconstructive Orthopedics, Newfield National Bank, Van Dodge, Allen Associates, TechNed Consulting, Medio Law Firm, Barufi Brothers, G&S Dry Cleaning, Vineland Education Association, Dr. Michael Gorson General and Cosmetic Dentistry, The Claridge, a Radisson Hotel, Larry's 2 Restaurant and Catering, Botino's ShopRite, Coraluzzo and Torrisi Petroleum Transporters, Richland Carpet, Manny and Vic's Pizzeria, Sir Speedy, Rap Performance specializing in custom apparel and promotional items, and The Sweet Tooth. The Vineland High School football team and coaches thank everyone for their support on and off the field and look forward to another successful season.